I'm watching a tutorial on how to layer my hair. Today we're gonna self-care. Hello, Nilda. You're watching from Qatar, Qatar pala. Qatar, Qatar. Let me get the shaver razor pala. Look.
What the difference is between, each haircut.
That's what I'm watching.
Use the same technique and the same method to achieve these types of filters.
I'm trying to figure out how to do
You
this.
want to have this movement or texture.
Listen to it.
Keep in mind, you need
I just
the right
finished
hair type.
training.
All of these mannequins
We already had training
have
now.
straight hair. The hair itself is very, very fine, but there's a lot of it. So if you've got straight hair, then this is ideal. If you've got curly up and very, very, it's not going to look right. It's going to look very unbalanced with short layers here and very, very long. It's going to look like a mullet. The key thing is to understand where you actually want to have your layers start. And it's totally okay if you film and then don't cut a lot of hair off. Remember, it's not how much you cut, it's what is kept on the head. That's what's most important. First things first, I suggest taking a section, and you can do this with a comb. Just take a section, and you can feel in the back of your hair like this, and just grab it. Comb and grab right from the scalp. That's how you take your first section. What you're going to do is you're going to keep it locked in with your fingers like this, and you're going to comb the hair straight up like this. This is your section. This is your guide. This is what you're going to be cutting and seeing in the mirror. Don't let go of this piece. Now, it's up to you to determine
how
short you want to go, how long you want to keep your hair.
A flat comb, like straight?
My best suggestion is start off very, very small or very short and take a little bit off. Let that section go. Then
okay, wait. Let me bring this. We're gonna watch me cut. Okay. Move out the way. Okay. Okay.
Then you're going to start to work towards the front. You're going to comb the hair. I like to do it sideways like this, almost like you're taking a slice this way. Again, comb the hair straight up like this. And you're going to be working in just this front panel. Think of this as a mohawk section. Comb the hair straight up. You're going to see the guide, which is the hair you just previously cut, and the new section of hair. To match them up, you just cut to where that guide is, and look, you've got another perfectly straight section. Next piece, you're going to go, and you're going to follow this all the way to when you get to the very, very front of the head, into this area. So let's continue on. Now, as you can see, it's a very, very simple process. It's literally picking it up and keeping it very even. If you want your hair to be longer in the front, there's something called over direction, where you actually take the hair and you pull it slightly back to where that last section is, and that's how you leave the hair longer in the front, but also remove the weight, as you can see. If you bring this forward, all of it, and you comb it and cut it like everything else, that's totally going to be fine too. Just be careful not to cut too much down here. Now, that's the top. It should come out absolutely perfect if you do it that way. You got the top, the corner, and the sides. The corner is the same thing. This is the round of the head, and
pretty
this is
nice.
the hair has to blend in into this. There's your guide right there. And now you're going to take another section like this, and you're only cutting this part right here. You're only cutting, there you go, that part.
Ayan, Aces. Better view.
Here, you're not recutting the top. You're literally just cutting the corners. You're going to comb that out. Same thing, all the way to the front. In the front hairline, I like to slightly over direct most of the time. And there we go. Next, we've got the sides, and this may get a little more difficult if you're cutting this yourself because it might be hard to reach. But as you can see here, or if you have someone doing this, I'm pulling the hair straight out from the sides of the head, and I'm cutting that excess weight to create layers. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Now look, what happens is you've given yourself a nice little trim. Your hair's not too short, and you can continue to do this as needed. Now, for the very, very first,
Wow,
say the
I'm
hair
so
is
good.
in your eyes, it is in your face, and you're saying to yourself, this is way too long. I need to cut this. Remember, keep this balanced with this. There you go. You may be able to see a little bit of a guidebook. So what happens is you've given yourself a nice little trim. Your hair's not too short, and you can continue to do this as needed. Now, for the very, very front, say the hair is in your eyes, it is in your face, and you're saying to yourself, this is way too long. I need to cut this. Remember, keep this balanced with this. There you go. You may be able to see a little bit of a guidebook from before, but you can literally just lock your fingers in and point cut. Don't cut all the way to your fingers because you'll end up cutting yourself. But what you want to do is you just want to leave yourself a little bit of room to where you can see what needs to be cut, and then you can point cut. And that's going to keep it very, very safe, so you're not going to cut too much hair or cut yourself. Next thing you know, look what we've done. You've given ourselves a nice little trim here. You've got a nice flow, and your hair isn't so heavy. So now let's try on another mannequin. Again, it's the same technique. Remember, this is all about technique, right? As compared to anything else you may be thinking. I will use literally the same exact method I did for what I just did there on
Hold
this.
on, he says.
The only difference is the hair is longer. Go down this way, go across this way. If you don't want your hair in front, the longer your hair is, the easier it is to kind of split over like this. If your hair is like to here in the front, it's not going to lay properly.
Oh,
like this,
it's so confusing.
Okay? It has to be long enough. How long? I don't know. However long it needs to go back. Everyone always asks me, how long is my hair going to be? I have no idea. And then less, here we go again. Here's another method, or another mannequin. If you're a female and your hair is long like this, or you've got a shag haircut, guess what, everyone? It's the same exact method, except now we have much more hair to deal with, and we're going to comb it way up here instead of down here.
My arm is so tight.